The aim of this social action video is to improve awareness and understanding of Air Training Corps and what they do. It will be used to recruit new cadets, at first on a local scale, with a possibility of becoming a national air cadet recruitment piece. The purpose of market research is to gain an understanding of what information is needed to make a successful production. Market research is defined as being the action or activity of gathering information about consumers' needs and preferences. Primary qualitative research. Qualitative data is typically descriptive data. Qualitative research is useful for studies at an individual level and to find out in depth the ways in which people think or feel, e.g. case studies. Qualitative data is normally received through focus groups and is often given verbally. A focus group is a group of people assembled to participate in a discussion about a product before it is launched, or to provide feedback on a campaign. Focus groups are conducted to gather basic information and statistics by asking open-ended questions to help conduct further in-depth research. To find out how people thought I should achieve my aims, I sat down with 3 different focus groups, each consisting of around 4 people in varying age groups and each respectively having their own aspirations and interests. I asked these questions to my different focus groups to find out how much people knew and what would need to be explored in a promotional video in order to make it successful. Number 1. Have you ever heard of the Air Training Corps? Number 2. What do you think they do? Watch the old recruitment video and take note of what you think a new video should include or exclude and how the old video addresses its audience. Number 4. What sort of genre should the video be? A documentary, etc. And number 5. How long should the video be? The results of my focus group showed that I needed to focus on 2 main areas to improve awareness of the ATC and what they do. Primary quantitative research. Data is quantified in order to make it easier to analyse through graphs and charts. To gain my quantitative data, I created a questionnaire on Google Forms which quantifies the results and puts them into appropriate graphs and charts. Through this survey of 35 people, it was made clear what would need to be the focus of the social action campaign. The questions I asked were: 1. Are you aware of the Air Cadets? Number 2. What do you think they do? Number 3. What sort of information would you want before considering joining or recommending it to a friend or family member who may be interested? Number 4. Would you like to hear from current members in the promotional video? And the results were: Number 1. 77.1% of those surveyed knew about the ATC. Number 2. 65.7% answered all of the above. 28.6% answered military activities such as flying, shooting and drill, and the 5.7% answered community events. Number 3. 82.9% wanted to know what cost was involved, 40% wanted to know the expectations of members, 65.7% wanted to know what experiences were on offer, 71.4% wanted to know their local unit. 25% wanted to know how to get involved as an adult volunteer, 34.3% wanted to know their entry requirements, and 77.1% answered other. And number 4, 77.1% wanted to hear from serving members, whilst 22.9% did not. Define target audience. Since I did not ask any target audience specific questions, it's hard to define my target audience, therefore making the data not as high quality as it could be. However, since the ATC is open to anyone aged 12 to 17 and all genders, I did not feel it necessary to ask the age or gender of the responders. However, my target audience will be anyone between the ages of 12 and 17 and all genders. Secondary research. My secondary research involved watching old ATC promotional videos and taking note of what they included and what I thought I would include or remove from them in my own production. I also conducted an interview with OC 1440 to discuss his opinions about the production. Evaluation. This research exercise has been useful in finding out what I need to do to make my social action campaign as successful as possible. The data I collected was plentiful and will prove useful in moving forward with my production. The quality, however, could have been improved by refining the questionnaire and defining a more specific target audience. Summary. In short, I conducted several focus groups to draw out basic information that could be expanded on through quantitative data by the use of questionnaires. I then studied and evaluated old recruitment material to see what sort of styles should be used in my production, but adapted it to suit my findings. My findings were useful in detailing gaps in people's knowledge about the ATC, but not in defining a specific target audience. Conclusions. I will use this information to create a successful and informative production on the ATC that will hopefully be seen by potential cadets for many years to come, up and down the country. Thank you for taking the time to watch my research presentation.